Hey BIM 1 students, this is Mr. Colbert. We're going to be working with lesson 513, lesson 513 in Microsoft Word. I don't have a desktop shortcut for Word, so what I'm going to do is come down to the search bar, type in Word, and open it up from there. I'm going to create a blank document. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the line spacing to single, and we are going to also set it to have no spacing before or after paragraphs. The easiest way to do that is to go to the home ribbon, under styles, select the no spacing style. I'm also going to turn on the paragraph signs so that we can see exactly where those guys are as we type them in. We're going to save this document as ratings. First off, I'm working on a laptop, so I'm going to go to that laptop's documents folder and save my work there. Ratings. You can see that file name has changed up here. So the file name is right here, followed by the program we're working in, which is Word. We're going to change the font to Georgia. And we're going to use 11 point. On the first line of the document, I'm going to type your name and hit enter, and then 513 video game ratings, and hit enter twice. We're going to type the heading as in figure 513A. So video game ratings by the Entertainment Software Rating Board. All right. And then we're going to set the following tabs. We have 3 tabs that we're going to set: a left tab at 0.75 inches, a center tab at 3.25 inches, and a right tab at 6 inches. And there are a couple of ways to do this, and I'm going to walk you through each of them. So the very first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we can see our ruler. Mine is turned off, and it would be right here. So if you need to turn your ruler on, go to View, and under Show, we'll see Ruler. And you'll see 2 rulers pop up, a horizontal ruler up at the top, and then a vertical ruler at the left. So we're really going to be concerned with this horizontal ruler. This vertical ruler we really don't need very much, but if you turn one of them on, the other one comes on as well. So if you look where the 2 rulers intersect, so the horizontal ruler and the vertical ruler, there's a little symbol right here. And that tells you what kind of tab you're going to set if you click in the ruler. This looks like an L, which is it's a left tab, but actually what you want to pay attention to is the position of the vertical part of that symbol. So the vertical part of that symbol is on the left side, so that means it's a left tab. And we would, if we want to set a left tab at 0.75, which is 3/4 of an inch, you just click right there at 3/4 of an inch. And you can see that little L is placed into the ruler, and that is a left tab. Center tabs, all you have to do is you come across to this little symbol, and you click again, and now that vertical bar is in the middle. So that's a center tab now instead of a left tab. They want a center tab at 3.25 inches, so you come across to 3 1/4, click right there. And then a right tab, which we're going to click over here one more time, at 6 inches. So this is the tricky thing about tabs. Tabs are a paragraph setting. And so it's really important for us to work with this paragraph sign, with the paragraph signs turned on, so we can see exactly where they were. Our cursor was in this last paragraph when we did that setting. So all these paragraphs above do not have those tab settings. So if we click on any of these other paragraphs, they disappear. And you think, I set those. I know I set those. I set the left tab, I set the center tab, I set the right tab, and they're not there anymore. Well, they are there, but they're only in this paragraph that you created them in. So that's something that's important to realize about that. So we're going to type um, the text that's in figure 513, and then we'll go back and do some formatting with it. So the first thing we have to do is we have to hit tab and then symbol tab, name tab, pages. See, childhood 3 and older. E, everyone 6 and older. T, teen 13 and older. M for mature 17 and older. RP, which is rating pending, and that is not yet assigned. So we're going to scroll up just a little bit, and you can see how these symbols get their names. So for the left tab, that column becomes aligned on the left. For the center tab, that column becomes aligned in the center, and on the right tab, it's aligned at the right. So if you need to like mix and match alignments within a single paragraph, tabs are the way you're going to have to do it. You could also do this exact same thing with a table. So I think so you could do symbol, rating name, pages, UC, E, T, M, RP. Childhood, everyone, teen, mature, rating. 3 older, 6 older, 13 older, 17 older. Okay, assigned. And I'll pull this in just a little bit so that it lines up in the same place. Pull this in just a little bit for the same reason. Let's see, right align those, center align those, and then make the borders invisible. And then when I turn off the paragraph signs, it's really hard to tell the difference between this that I created with tabs and this that I created with the table. So it's just different tools to get to do the same thing. And as you become more familiar with a program, you'll find that there are usually way more than just one way to do this. But this particular exercise is designed to teach you tabs, how to work with tabs. So I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to use a second method for setting those tabs. And some people think it's easier. Some people don't. I think it's about the same. They're just different. So I wanted to show that to you. So I'm going to take those out, and I'm going to clear everything out so I'm kind of back at the beginning. So a second way that you can set these tabs is by going to Home, the paragraph group, and then we're going to pop out the paragraph dialog box. Down at the very bottom, there is a button for tabs, and we can set a left tab at 0.75 and set a tab at 3.25, which would be a center and set, and then a tab at 6, which is right and set. And so we have 3 tabs, 0.75, which is left, 3.25, which is center, and 6, which is a right tab. When I hit OK, pay attention to what happens up in the ruler. Left, center, right. And I can just come in and type. Like so. So, honestly, it doesn't matter because the instructions don't tell us which method to use. They don't tell us to click in the ruler, and they don't tell us to use the tab dialog box. As long as you get the job done, I don't care. Just do what makes sense to you as long as it gets done. And what I'll do when I grade this is I'll turn on that paragraph sign and I'll look for these tabs. I'll look for these tab settings. What I don't want to see, I'll show you what I don't want to see. I don't want to see this, like where you are just trying to guess it and just spacing. It just never looks quite as clean and crisp as using the tabs. So you don't want to do that. That's it for this lesson. That's lesson 513, working with tabs. Shoot me an email if you have questions.